Hello everyone, my name is Antazil and today we'll be playing as Italy, but we'll be doing something different. I've set the game rules to have Germany go for its turn of the Kaiser. At some point in their focus tree they'll have a focus to assassinate Mussolini and flip Italy non-aligned, putting Victor Emmanuel into power. I will combine this with a Roman Empire run and we'll have a non-aligned Roman Empire. That's, well, it's something different, and it's actually quite a challenge because the way I usually form the Roman Empire is by joining the Axis early and invading the United Kingdom. But if Germany goes for the Kaiser, that's not possible. We'll just have to do things differently. Because I set a custom game rule, Iron Man is no longer, well, it's on, but achievements are not available. If you want to do this with achievements on, you could set the AI to non-historical, but usually the rest of the world becomes a circus. So I won't be doing that. Now the general tactic will be to declare war on Yugoslavia very early, so we can go up against France, Czechoslovakia and Romania. As for tactics, I think I'll go for infantry and air force. I'd like to use tanks, but Italy's just too bad for it. Might bump out a few motorized divisions just to make quicker encirclements, but that's really it. So let's start with the basics. We do need to produce a lot, so electronics and industry are a must. And then there's the fighters that are out of date, and I'll need them as well. I'll just produce military factories and hope I'll conquer enough new ones. As for production, well, we'll need something on guns, but not this much because Italy doesn't start with artillery, and we do need artillery if we are going to break anything at all. We're also going to need support equipment. We'll delete the light tanks. 2 factories and trucks will be fine, and we'll start with 1 factory on close air support. Any new factories coming in will be going into guns, a few support equipment, put them up here for now, and fighters, and we'll fill it out as we go. As for the fleet, I'll delete everything that's big and heavy and just finish off the light ships and probably transition into submarines after that. Focus-wise, I'll start with army primacy, and I'll set up the army to just finish off Ethiopia fairly quickly. 50 political power is in, and we'll justify on Yugoslavia. It's a really early war, but I'm feeling confident. And there's the German Civil War. I'll release the Somali Sultanate and Eritrea, so I can then bypass Ethiopian war logistics and go for industrial efforts. And that's Ethiopia. I'm going to annex them, maybe release them as a puppet later. Now for the setup, I will need someone to hold the line here against Yugoslavia, and I'll need a good army to actually fight France, and I'll need a secondary army to hold a front line against France as well. Once we break through here at the south, the front line will get bigger and bigger, and we will lose all punching power if our main army will stretch out. So we have a big wish list. Let's see what we can do with the army that we have. Let's keep all the regular infantry in Messi's army and just select everything else and see how many those are. Well, there's a few mountaineers here and a few tanks, I think. I'll delete those. I'll put this army here on the border with Yugoslavia. I'll give them to Sebastiano here, good defensive general, and give them to this field. So these guys will hold just fine and just exercise them. I do need a few more divisions to help out with France itself. 24 divisions of the Division Coloniale. I'll ignore these 2 borders here. We'll take out France soon enough. Now this is supposed to be the good army, but this template is not what we want it to be, so we'll add a support artillery, 1 infantry, 1 artillery, make it elite, and press save. I'll also give them another icon just to keep them apart from the rest. And these guys will have to do most of the punching here, but I'll have something of an air force to support them. Industrial effort is done. I'm going to detour here to Triumph in Africa. A lot of people bypass this one, but I'm not going to say no to 10% war support and 10% stability. I'm coming up on my first 100 political power. There's a lot of good options for Italy. Well, there's options for Italy, and we'll get to all of these guys later. War economy is a very good choice, but I'd like to start with infantry expert as soon as we have the 100 political power. After all, we will be fighting with infantry mostly, and we'll fight early. This will also give us a little bit more experience. Triumph in Africa is done, and we'll go for industrial effort for more factories. Industrial effort is done, we'll go for the research slots, we'll give us a bit more factories. Going to add engineers and later war goals finished. Troops have stopped exercising. We're not fully equipped yet, but neither are the French. Count on that. Set the Air Force to go. Do note I'm giving up Zara. There's no realistic way to hold it, and your troops just will get destroyed. These guys should hold just fine, and we'll declare war now. Romania's been called in, France has been called in, and the Czechs have been called in. Now, this here is an excellent tile to strike at, and just set a few of these forces to go to the tile over here, encircling Nice. No, that's not Nice, that's Nice. These motorized will finish when they finish, and we'll use them to properly encircle the rest here. This is going to be a beautiful one, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, it is. I'm splitting up my reserve army, both on Austria and the French southern border. The plan will be to set my main army up for an advance on Paris. And also justify a war goal on Austria. 5%. I think I can handle that without a guarantee. 24%. Allies would need 25% to guarantee, if I'm not mistaken. Alright, hopefully my motorized can go here unopposed. They cannot. And we have Paris. I was kind of hoping I could get Austria without a guarantee, but we'll figure that out. Free France has capitulated. I will simply take all states. Now this will almost certainly lead to a guarantee from the UK, but we can use that to our advantage. I'll just invade the UK right here, right now, and set up my army accordingly. Now there are many ways to invade the UK, but my favorite one is in here, in the Bristol-Cardiff area, because that bypasses the English Channel, which will be a killing ground for my troops. However, I can't really set a path from France, but I can set one from Casablanca, and that will completely bypass the English Channel. So let's try that. Alright, fleets are ready. I'm going to declare on Austria. Naval invasion is launching. And get the rest of the guys over there. Where are my fleets at? These guys are docked. Troops have arrived. Let's just clean out the rest of the UK now. We've taken a tile of Canada. That should be good enough for a peace deal. I'm going to justify a war goal on Belgium. Alright, we've got a tile of Australia. We've got a tile of South Africa. I've got a tile of New Zealand. I'm losing those cavalry guys. This has been gone long enough. Let's just take London and see what the peace deal gives us. The fall of London. Alright, I took pretty much everything, puppeted a few things. I left Romania out here. They're now the leader of the Allies. They're the only ones in the Allies. They'll probably throw out guarantees. So let's take out the Benelux. And here goes Belgium. That's Belgium. You see, Romania's guaranteeing the independence of Luxembourg. Well, that will not save Luxembourg. Probably don't want to capitulate them too fast. I can use them for more war goals. So let's start with Switzerland. The Netherlands have capitulated as well, and they join the Allies. Switzerland is gone. Let's head over to Hungary. Hungary is gone. Bulgaria seems to be ready to go, and we'll go for Greece next. Germany is under attack. What are they doing? They joined the Chinese United Front. That's Bulgaria. Let's head straight to Greece. That's Greece. Turkey has assumed faction leadership of the Allies. Now that's not a big problem, but it does mean I have to actually capitulate Turkey instead of just capitulating Romania here. So let's clean up Romania. Well, we got Istanbul. See if we can get across with this lightly equipped army. That would be huge. Everyone's turning into godly generals here. Wilhelm II returns. And that's another peace deal with a lot of allies. Once again, I'll just leave that Romanian rump state behind. And we're looking quite chunky already. Let's have a look what we need for the Roman Empire. We just need the Spanish states. Now, for this focus to work, we're looking for, where is it? This one. Benito Mussolini needs to be the country leader. It says Benito Mussolini and not Augustus Mussolini, so you can do Form Rome or this one will lock out. Now in terms of keeping myself busy, I can go after the United States. I think I'll do that. I'll take on the USA by attacking the Philippines. Green arrows across the board. Let's go. Just declare war on the United States. Once you encircled those first few armies with USA up here in the northeast, you can pretty much battle plan the rest of your way in. I'm going to try and attack Japan, then join the Chinese United Front. Take over that faction, and then I'll be in a faction with Germany. And that should lock them out of focus to not assassinate Mussolini. And that's the United States. I'll just take Panama and puppet the United States. And satellite Philippines. What's the score? I'm justifying on Manchukuo. And I'll try to invade Japan. The real goal is to, of course, take over the Chinese United Front. Alright, few things are happening at the same time. I have the war goal against Manchukuo. I also have the improved artillery technology and the improved tank chassis. So I'm going to design a medium tank. Go for medium cannon. Medium turn types. 2-man turrets, fine. Radio. And I like additional machine guns and electricity suspension, welded armor, diesel engine, upgraded a bit and get some speed in there and some armor, something like this, 8-4. Now the Manchukuo justification is done, so we'll declare war. I had a fleet ready here with the naval invasion order. Doesn't look like we're actually getting naval supremacy, but eventually it'll kick off, so I'm not worried. Now, what I want to do is ask to join the faction and take over the faction. I'm now the faction leader of the Chinese United Front, which means I'm in a faction with Germany. So I can see what they're doing. See through the Eastern Front is alright. Eventually want them to go to this naval rearmament focus and all the way over here. Alright, now we'll do a justification on Spain. We got Hiroshima. Some of our troops got attacked along the way, but that's always going to happen here. And of course Spain joins, that's good. Now we can focus on getting our stuff done here. And that's a lot of units dead there. Spain is almost gone. Let's also try to get Mexico in here. That's the war on Mexico. I just want them in the peace deal. And that's Japan. Got a lot of war score. Doesn't look like China's doing anything in this peace deal. Well, that's an epic peace deal. I think I got everything I wanted. I got Japan, Korea, Manchukuo, Mexico, and Spain. Spain was, of course, a mistake. I need to annex those for the Rome decision. Well, doesn't matter. We'll annex them and drain their manpower. Polish People's Republic got puppeted. Should probably just assume that the Soviets are coming after us and our German allies at some point. So I'll just put some units there. I'm just going to wait on the Germans to get their stuff done. They can't do this one because they're in a faction with the British Empire. So they will be forced eventually to go down here. Germany is going to support the Finns for me. That's probably going to mean war with the Soviets. I'm going to make these armored divisions into 30 wifts. Soviet Union declared on Finland. What did the Germans do? They declared war on the Soviets. Well, we'll be a good ally and join them, I guess. Hang on a second, what did I see here? Communist China declared on China. Yeah, good luck with that, guys. I'm sure you'll be able to handle that. The tanks have arrived. Let's see what they can do. They cannot be pierced. That's good. Not bad, not bad. Not unhappy about these tank divisions, even if they're Italian. But I'm cutting through the opposition fairly easily. And we're advancing on Moscow. Pretty much unopposed. The Soviets are pretty much destroyed already. Ah, here we are. The Germans are preparing an Italian coup. Collaboration government is done. No time to start a second one. Soviet Union is on 99% and we're almost done. Even Mongolia is in a peace deal. Nice. Well, the Germans made some horrible border war. They'll have to be punished for that eventually, of course. They took Mongolia as a puppet. That's alright, they can have it. Well, let's just see what happens when the Italian coup fires. Germany offers support for monarchist coup. Well, we can still deny this, reject this, but this is what we're looking for, getting non-aligned here. So here we go. And Germany will now assassinate Mussolini. And here we go. The German assassination of Mussolini. German plan has been put into action and Mussolini was shot in his car in the streets of Rome today. King Victor Emmanuel the Third has taken the reins of the nation and has pledged to join the Central Powers alongside the German Empire. Yeah, that's about that. There's now the Chinese United Front. We are still in it. There's no Central Powers, luckily. There is Victor Emmanuel here as the country leader. Excellent. But that also means we can still realize Roman ambitions. Click. And here we are. Regnum Romanum. Well, it's the Roman Empire, but it's non-aligned. We have some fascist problems here, but hey, we can raid that, of course. And that's it. The rise of Regnum Romanum. Well, here we are. Roma Invicta. The non-aligned Roman Empire with not ugly Mussolini, but Chad Victor Emmanuel as the emperor. He doesn't get a laurel crown. That's too bad, but he does have a nice uniform, so that's okay. It's basically already a world conquest. I mean, China is in my faction. I could conquer it, but what's the point? And Germany can be easily surrounded. And here we go. Italy versus Germany, the final round. Calling the Poles. And that's the German Empire. Here we are doing what the old Roman empires were never able to do, conquer all of Germany. And here we are. That's Poland in the mix as well. Well, Denmark and the UK are still here, but it doesn't really matter. We have our Regnum Romanum. We're in the Chinese United Front and we're all over the world. This is pretty much a world conquest in 1941. It's not really a speed run, but well, we had other goals in mind this time. Victor Emmanuel has competently conquered all that needed to be conquered. And well, that was a fun little game to do. I haven't found any other way to do this without the German focus tree helping us out. So If you have any other methods, please let me know. I do like alternative formidable nations. Next up will probably be Democratic Austria-Hungary, or let me know any requests you have. As for now, thank you for watching, see you next time, and have a nice day. Bye bye.